He said, "You'll find out when you get there." I said, "You can't give us any more information than that?" He said, "I don't know. I really don't know." And I felt that he was sincere there, that he didn't know. I said, "Well, who would we find out? Who would we talk to?" So he said, "Well, the chief of security police." So I went to the chief of security police, who was at the time a major, and I asked the major, I said, "We want to go down to Urania." He said, "I need to send some troops down there with you." I said, "Why? What's going on down there?" He said, "We really don't know." I said, you want to tell me in straight words what you're talking about?" He said, he looked around the room. He said, "Let's go into the other room." So we went in the back room. It was like a supply room. He sat down, he looked down on the floor, and he kind of looked around. He said, "There's aliens living in that mountain." I said, "Extraterrestrial aliens?" "Yep." I said, "That's why the mountain opens." Shakes his head. I said, "So what are we going to find when we go down there?" He said, "We only went down there once, and we never went back." So I said, "You went down there when you climbed the mountain?" He said, No. There's a tunnel. The old uranium mine is there, and there's a tunnel that leads by the old mine shaft. We had built that, the test site built that for a testing area. They were going to test lasers in it. And when they got a certain point into the mountain, about a mile in, they realized there were visitors there. And this is what he's telling us. So we got out of there. So I said, the United States Air Force, the United States Army is pulling out of a place that you saying? Did you actually see him? He said, "No, I never saw him." So I said, "I want to go down there." So I got a couple agents, and there was a security detail of 12 to 15 of them, I believe, security police. And they were armed. I didn't take an M16. We didn't take it. We had him, but I was trained in him, but I didn't take him. I had my handgun.
Plus you had the whole crew.
Yeah, plus those guys are going to protect us. At least I hope. So we went down there. We walked in. I mean, we went in, and they had erected a huge vault door because of what they found inside. And there was combination locks and so forth. And it took some time for it to get the big vault door open. And the security guys go, "There it is." I said, "Well, you guys